Last night I got to go to the Brit Awards. So I was so excited. It's one of those things that I was like, I always wanted to go to. And there were so many great performers on last night. Hugh Jackman actually opened the show with that song, The Greatest Showman. And there was like fire and fireworks and loads of dancers. The atmosphere was just class. I was so lucky I got to be dressed by the Irish designer, Umit Kitlick. So I was wearing like an orange gown. It was a bit low cut and it was flowy and long. It was gorgeous. It was a real showstopper and a lot of people actually complimented me on it. So I was very lucky. I loved that. My favourite part of the show was Pink's performance. Like, she came down on this big thing and was doing all these acrobats up in the air. I was really excited to see Pink. I was also really excited to see Little Mix. I have followed them since they won X Factor in, I think it was like 2011 or something. A big thing that I wanted to do when I won Miss Universe Ireland was to really put an emphasis on female health, to talk about it, to start a conversation. And I really wanted to let women, and especially younger women, know that it's okay to talk about any of your problems and that you shouldn't be embarrassed. I don't think that women should be embarrassed talking about their periods or their menopause because they're natural things. And when people don't talk about their problems, that's when the problems escalate and get worse. And that's why I use my social media, because I want girls to not feel embarrassed when they talk about it with their friends or with their family. And I wanted to use my knowledge as a nurse as well to help educate people. So this is a great platform that I have now, and the fact that I can use that. So I want to educate women that they need to get their smear tests done every 3 years, that they need to look after themselves, go for their health checks, check their breasts, and just to really push that, because there's so many preventable diseases out there that people just don't seem to realise how active they are. And that was my main goal as Miss Universe Ireland, to try and target female health problems because they are so preventable. Unfortunately, yes. I have had to pull some all-nighters and they're horrible. So basically I do a night shift at work, and then if I have something that day then that I can't really miss, then I don't get any sleep. So yeah, it did happen last week where I would do a night shift at work in the hospital and then I went straight to London Fashion Week. What secrets? I do drink a lot of water. So I try and drink like 3 litres, maybe more. I try and get some exercise in. Now, after a night shift, when I have worked and then I'm not sleeping that day, I don't tend to do a big session at the gym because you're just not able to. But even like a light walk, getting outside, I always take my makeup off after or before I go to bed. It's a huge thing. I always take it off. I've also got a skincare routine from Dundrum Cosmetic Clinic. So it's called Zoe Skin Health. So I always wash and cleanse my face, always moisturize. I mean, sometimes it's not preventable. You do get a little bit of a breakout, but just doing everything that you can to stop it. I do try and take care of my skin. Oh my god, I absolutely loved it. I had never been to a fashion week before. It was amazing. The shows that we put on are great. And I was so interested as well in seeing everyone in the audience, because everyone goes in all their glam, like everyone is dressed up to the nines. So I was actually looking at the audience as well and what they were wearing. I was like, oh my god. So some trends for 2019 that I definitely noticed from Fashion Week, there was a lot of prints, so a lot of animal prints, there was a lot of colour. There was some really bright like neons, there was a lot of midi skirts, And yeah, I definitely would see that for some trends popping up in 2019. Probably the Paul Costello show. So he's an Irish designer and his show was amazing. Like there was kind of a varied few looks in that. I really enjoyed that show. That was probably my favorite brand that I've seen. I have been very lucky that I've got to work with some amazing Irish designers as Miss Universe Ireland. Like I said, Umit Kutlik dressed me last night for the Brits, but he's dressed me before. He dressed me for my interview at Miss Universe, and his creations are always very different, very elegant, and I love that. I've also worked with Naomi AJ. She won the Young Designer of the Year in Dublin last year, and she's phenomenal. She actually made a gown specifically tailored to me for Miss Universe, and I was in love with it. There was so much detail. She put in so much effort. She worked so hard. Like, she was actually working right up to the point where we were leaving to the airport. She was there sewing at the dress. So dedicated. Absolutely love her work. I absolutely love Blake Lively. I think that her style is very elegant, but she's also kind of different. She keeps it funky. I love Olivia Culpo. Her style is so edgy, so out there, and she's always on point. Elsa Husk as well, she's the same. Her style is very different, always kind of one step ahead of the game. I just love looking at her. I could look at her outfits, her wardrobe all day long. Say ambitious, because I work really hard. Compassionate, obviously with my job, I love to work with people, I love to help people. And fun. I like to think I'm good fun to work with. I hope so anyway.